So here is the concentration of the lye solution, the homemade lye solution, the lye solution made from our wood, our empty palm kernel bunch, from the plantain peel, and from our cocoa pod. I saw that the egg is floating on it. Oh, I'm happy. This egg is floating on it. Though you can see that egg is floating. Beautiful people, you are welcome back to my channel. The long awaiting video is here. Our ABS, African black soap production from scratch, guys. This is my first time of making this, so we need to work together, guys. Here is my first video on this, and I'm sure it's gonna come out so good, guys. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, why not take some minutes out to go subscribe, drop a like for this video, share this video to everyone you can think of, so that they can come see how to make African black soap from home. So what stopped my making this is me trying to get something that is stainless and not aluminum, something I will use to cook this, and I ended up deciding to use this basin of mine. You all know about this. If you've been watching my video, you will know that I've been using this from time to time. African black soap, also called Sheabutter. In Igbo language, we call this Nchankota. I don't know what the Hausas call it. It's also called Alata Samina. So this African black soap is a traditional soap originated from West African. It's originated from West African, especially from Nigeria and Ghana. Especially from Nigeria and Ghana. I'm trying to make sure I get the right measurement for this oil. Here I'm dividing the oil into two because I'm afraid this cannot take the full batch I'm about to create. So I'm sharing the oil into two. This is a natural soap that contains great moisturizing ingredients. It helps to treat the skin. This soap is what our forefathers bathed. Here is my PK, my palm oil. I have both bleached and unbleached one in here. I don't have any bleached one, and I don't have time, since I'll be heating up the oil. I'm using it this way, and I'll be adding this into. So I'm trying to get, when I stop talking, I'm trying to make sure I don't over measure my oil, because you need to work with measurements to get something good for the skin, guys. So these two oil, I'll be making use of these two oil as well as my shea butter, but I will not add my shea butter now. I will add it later. This soap is also known to cure acne, heat rashes, blemishes of all kinds. It gives uneven skin tone, and it helps to brighten the skin. The ingredients added into this will assist to brighten the skin. There are many ways people produce this soap in villages, in our towns. People have made this soap in their own different way, but I'll be making mine in this way you are watching me do now. All fingers crossed, guys. Lye is gotten from burnt cocoa pod, from burnt plantain peel, as well as my empty palm kernel bunch. If you have not watched the video on how I got this lye solution, please watch the video after this on how I gauged this I gauged this with an egg. I used my pH tester to test this, and the egg was floating. You can as well use your potato to gauge this, your Irish potato to gauge this. You can allow feather to melt into this. These are ways you can use your pH strip to test for the light concentration of this before making this soup. So here, completely adding my here. Here my heat is at medium now. It's at medium, and I'll start the cooking process, guys. So one thing you need to make sure is that you stir this from time to time. Make sure you are stirring it from time to time, as it's going to foam heavily within a short while, and you need to keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on the soup. If not, it will bubble over. Because this soap will later smoke later, I took this outside so that when it begins to smoke, it will not be an issue to me. Have you clicked the like button? Have you succeeded in clicking the like button? Please go ahead and click the like button as you watch this video, guys. Give me that like. Encourage me, guys. Encourage me, guys. Boiling. You need to put an eye on it, as it can bubble over anytime. You can see it is increasing. Do you see that coming up? So you need to stir from time to time. You can see. Are you seeing it? And either lower the gas and disperse the foaming with your whisk. You can use your whisk, lower the gas, or you bring this pot down. So when the foaming minimizes, I increase the heat again. Are you seeing it? It's bubbling, it's coming. You can see. Did you see that? It's keep increasing. It's keep increasing. It's keep increasing. What you should do would be to try to disperse it. If you are not able, you lower it. Lower it a little and begin to cook again. Keep on cooking, guys. Sorry if the video is dark. This is because I'm shooting this video at night. Kept on overflowing, guys. I kept offing, on, offing. Did you notice that this yellowish oil has begun to turn? It's no longer that yellowish. I'm sure you know that red palm oil is very much good on the skin. In making of our glow black soap and other soap we make for sale, we tend to add our red palm oil for treatment. It helps with rashes. It helps to glow and moisturize the skin. Make sure your heat is on medium. Even if it increases, try to regulate from time to time. You can increase, you can reduce, you can lower. All this will come into this soup making. Get a chair and sit down, as you cannot bend throughout this production, and step you have a high stove. Get your chair. It's not something you will hurry. This will take time to cook. Did you see how beautiful our soup is? Are you seeing how beautiful our soup is? The foaming has reduced to some extent. I no longer battle the soup off and on my gas again. So from time to time you keep stirring. Don't just leave it to cook. As I observe those making for local do, you need a very smooth and blended paste, right? Then you need to mix. You know, some of them after producing, they go on to pound it. They pound and pound. But if you have stirred throughout the production, you will have a very smooth paste that you don't require to pound nothing. If your mind lives here, if your eyes lives here, guys, it's gonna overfloat your container, except where you are using a big container. I will have forwarded this, but I want you to see every stage of this production, guys. Here the foaming have reduced drastically, but when you stir, it tends to bubble a little, then it calms down. So when I'm done with this batch, I'm going to make the second batch immediately. This is a few minutes to 12 a.m. In this kind of production, you need to focus, guys. So you can see it start thickening up. Are you seeing it? That start thickening up. So this is one of the stages it will go through. Hence, and it's so hot. You can see how reddish that part is. Don't place your chair so close so that you can escape this bubbles out. You can see that it has started smoking. Black soap production. Thank you, Lord, for this. Oh, that was hot, guys. I'm going to go and look for my rubber and glove. Oh, before I make the other one. Oh, where is my bowl of water? Oh, I need one here. Let me grab a bowl of water, guys. It's bubbling over. You need to keep away from the heat from this. Make sure you are far from it. Make sure you stir from time to time. Be far from it. You can see it is smoking. You can see it is bubbling. Hope you are subscribed to my channel. If you have not, you'll be missing a whole lot this season, as we'll be using this our black soap to produce our whitening black soap, glowing black soap, liquid soap. We'll be using it to make our hair shampoo. So you need to get hooked to this channel if you want to enjoy these videos, guys. Please drop a like for this video. It is not easy to bring you this recipe, and you know I did everything from scratch, guys. So I need a kudo. Please drop a like for this video, guys. Please share my video to your family and friends. After cooking for some time, it begins to separate this way. Don't be afraid when you notice this separation. Just keep mixing it, because this is another stage. It's going through another phase. It's going through another phase, guys. So from that thickening substance we saw to this, you can see how loose. Just keep mixing. The yellow color is off. If not that I added red oil, you will begin to see some white bubbles all over this. Did you see that? Did you see that? You can see that coming up. Did you see it? Did you guys see that? Can you see it? And this will mix up again. You can see the color changing into darker yellowy. At this stage, the foaming has reduced drastically. The whole place is smelling of black soap, and the bubble is a kind of thick when it comes over. So this thing here is soup. They are so very hot. Oh my god, they are very hot, guys. So those you see around the basin, they are soup. So I have water, a bowl of water beside me. I just mixed my hand a little there to show you. Those are soup. That becomes the real stage. At that stage, it will still be liquidy, but it is already fully emulsified, guys. Fully saponified, guys. So let me just go ahead and throw in my shea butter to this. I'll add my shea butter into this. Did you see those up there? These are soaps, guys. This is so hot. So I'll be switching on the gas, but before I do that, I just want to show you how it looks. Did you see that? Did you see that? It looks separated, right? The oil is on top and the soup under. So I'll be on back the gas. The process is not yet completed. Okay, look at this stage. The whole foam is becoming, my foam memory is filled up, but I just want to show you this stage. I left it, I'm no longer stirring it because the kind of fire this thing burned me, how will I say, the fire, the butter touched my skin, and is the pain is out of this world. So I'm leaving it to watch what it will do, and I saw that, you know, the whole this thing has become thick. Did you see it? If not that I added red oil, this will have come out brown or white. And this is that part that is called our the Ghana black soap, Ghana white soap, I mean. This is what is called Ghana white soap. Just that I added red palm oil into this. That is why it's not that way. So red palm oil. So I'll stir this up because I don't want to separate that from that. I want everything to be incorporated in it. Since that white Ghana soup helps for the complete foaming of the black soup, I'm going to incorporate it into it. You can see our butter is becoming so thick. Black soup is in different stage, guys. Did you see that? Did you see that? So I'll keep the phone to stir completely. My memory is filled up. I need to stir this. I need to stir this. I need to stir this up. I need to stir it up to mix completely before adding my herbs into this. Guys, I'm happy to have gotten to this stage. At this stage, our black soup is almost ready. Did you see it? You see it is almost ready. You can see on its own it's turning brownish. The whole oil content of smoke is everywhere, guys. Smoke is everywhere. The saponification has completed. You can see from that foaming, it has turned liquidy. and brownish. Did you see that? Did you see the stage I got to? This stage, saponification is completed. If you are making liquid soap, you leave it at this stage. Saponification has completed, guys. Saponification is completed, guys. So at this stage, I'm going to lower the gas to enable this to thicken up. Did you see it? Did you see what I have in there? I even forgot to bring my spatula. Don't want to go inside the room leaving this. Just want to show you guys every stage this went through. So I don't want to go inside now to go and grab nothing. So hot. I'll be burnt a million times today. I'll show you guys something, but the fire. Did you see that? Are you seeing it? Saponification complete. I've been waiting for this stage. This is the stage that when you get to, it will easily thicken up again once it's cold. I want it to drain out of the spoon for you to see the rate at which. Did you see that? Let me show you again. Did you see that? The way that is thickening. So now it's time to off. This is the stage we are. I have to put the bowl in cold water and it's thickening this way. So I'll go ahead and add in my powders. Then I'll add little water and then it will be ready. Did you see this stage? I wish I could. So I'm adding in my powders. Here is a blend of my Camwood, my local Sandalwood, my other packet Sandalwood, as well as my Neem and wood powder. So I'm adding this in. And I'll stir this together. At this stage, it is in liquid form, but it is fully saponified. It is saponified at this stage. All you need to do is to leave it to cool down, and as it cools, it thickens. When it gets to a stage, you transfer into your mold and leave it to model. Here is in liquid form, you can see it. So I will be leaving it to cool off a little, or you can as well put the bottom of this pan in the cold water, which I'm going to do right now, to hasten the thickening up because my phone is in 1 bar. So let's hurry up and thicken it a little so that you can see the outcome, guys. Here now I added a little water. If your fruit juice is available, this is the stage you add little fruit juice. So I added little water to this. So I'll now mix together. I'll mix completely until this foam goes out and it will liquidify. I'll show you guys this stage I'm talking about here. So this is what I have at this stage. I'm leaving it to cool down and see what we have, just like honey, guys. At this stage, it's like honey. It's like honey, guys. It's cool to some extent and it's like honey. It's actually brownish, even though the set is showing it to be black. It's brown. It's brown, guys. So it's as if I added my powder much earlier. But no pee there. I notice it's thickening up. So when I dropped it, it was liquidy, and as I mix on it, begin to thicken up. However, I'll try out the lather for you guys I'll try out the lather. So I'll just get little of this. See how beautiful, guys. And set this aside. Bring in my basin and a sponge. Okay, guys. So let's try out this lather. This is our black soap paste. Does it lather? Oh yes, it do. And it lathers so well. As you walk the lather, it lathers so well, guys. So at that stage when it's liquid, it is already fully emulsified, fully saponified. So because you can see, it lathers so well, guys. So I'll set this water aside. So I'm keeping my eyes on this. Here are the powders I added. This is made up of my Camwood, Sandalwood, my oats powder, and here is my Neem powder. I added them to it. I don't want to add more. And this is my honey. I poured my honey into it. So that's how I got to this stage. So I'm going to transfer this into my silicone soap mold. This is the one I did the previous night. This is the one I did the previous night. I noticed that it's darker. It's darker, guys. This is not activated charcoal. This is my African black soap paste. Let's pour the other one into the mold, and I'll be using this. Sorry, the molds. I didn't plan to use this the molds, but let's use it. You can see such a nice outcome, guys. Note that I still have a batch to prepare. A batch. I have to divide the other one into two. Where is my spatula safe? So let me completely scrape this into the mold. It came out so beautiful, guys. I'm so happy with this outcome because it came out so beautiful. I still have a batch to prepare. Well, this is so nice. This is so beautiful, guys. You know? You need to start making, if not, because if you are still afraid that you don't know what to do, you may end up not making a black soap all your life. I must tell you, this is my second batch. I got a very solid bar of soap in my first trial. Beautiful black soap. Only that is darker. And this, I can say, is my second main trial. African black soap, guys. I'm so happy with this this one I'm putting in the mold. It's so beautiful, guys. So beautiful. When it became liquid, it stayed liquid for a long time. I almost lose hope. I wanted to turn it into paste, but I see that it can still be molded into tablets since I'm trying to achieve this. You can see how pasty it is. So I'll leave it to solidify. And I will go prepare the other batter. Let me get it for you to see. So after mixing it with this thing, I divided it into two. This is the other half because my container will not take it. That was what happened in the first one. I was trying for the container to take it. If I know it's, you know, look at my hand. It burnt my hand, guys. It burnt my hand. So I'm going to go and cook up this. So this is from this stage that we got to this. Oh, my hand is full of soap, guys. That we got to this stage. So I'm going to still cook this, and in this part I'm going to stop much earlier, but I will be setting this aside. I'm going somewhere. When I come back, I continue with the cooking, guys, but I will show you the process also. I will edit this video and incorporate the best for you to watch. So let's keep this, go to mass and return, because I'm making this in a Sunday morning and it's already time for my mass. This is already mixed oil and lye, and I'm setting it aside. I'm taking the risk to set it aside and go for mass, so that when I come back, I'll be filled with inspiration on what to do to this. So let's go for mass first. Right, okay. Now this is the last batch. Remember I said I divided it into two because my pan couldn't take the whole. So, and I told you guys I want to go to mass. I'm back, and here is the last set of my liquid soap, my African black soap production. So now I've set it on fire. I will show you other stage as we go. This time around, I want to see whether I will drop it when it has not turned liquidy. Maybe that is the stage I will drop it. Let's just see. So I've done different experiments on this. Let's see what this will be. Hope you guys are learning. If you have not subscribed, please endeavor to subscribe, like and share. This video must get to everyone. Make that possible, guys. Thank you so much for sharing. Okay, let's continue with the cooking. And from there it will now begin to set again. Let's see. Are you seeing the stage we got to? So now I've off the fire short. I'm bringing this down to the ground so that it will stop. Let me change to my other camp gas around. I just want it to leave the fire completely while I watch what this will turn to. I'm not gonna put fire again on this. I want to know from this stage what will it go to without fire, without heat added. Normally when you get to this stage I continue to cook, but at this stage I want to know what it will graduate to without me adding additional heat, guys. You can see the brown. There's no fast and hard rules about this. It will surely get to that brown color. Do you see that? And I'm restricting myself from adding any water to this. Let's just see what it will result to. Go and come back now. Did you see this stage? I have already off the fire since from when that foaming started, and I really was mixing it without it being on the gas. But I want to know what it will result to, and this is what we have right now. Very thick paste. So I'll go ahead and add my powders, my honey. So I'll be using my powders. Let me grab the powders. Okay. My powder here is my Camwood together with my Sandalwood and my oats powder mixed in this container. Into that I've added my Neem powder. You can see my Neem powder. I've added my Neem powder, and here is my orange peel powder. So don't overdo anything so that you don't have a very thick paste. Here is the honey. You see my honey? Adding this. You can as well add in foaming booster, but because the percentage of my PK oil is greater than my base, and I don't. If I have foaming booster now, I will have added little, but there's no need. It will lather well because of the percentage of my PK oil in here. It's far greater than my. It double the size of my palm oil in here. So I'll go ahead and stir this together. I'll stir it together. Stirring it together. It's loosening up a little. So I'll just keep mixing. There's no heat here now. I did not apply any more heat. But it's losing up. So I'm mixing it to make sure they're blending very well.